Greetings from the Erie Coast. This is Mad Shad. On this wonderful Sunday, wet, slightly cold Sunday. I think it's around 58 degrees, 60, I don't know, whatever. It's been raining all day, just off and on. Nothing major. I think it started last night. Oh, excuse me. Skull. But all in all, it's been a good day. Nice, peaceful Sunday. Tell about those that did not have a peaceful day. Those Americans that were trapped in Afghanistan left there by Trader Joe and his malicious / incompetent regime. At least we forget 13 servicemen and women died at Gate, Kabul, Afghanistan, along with 200 poor souls, 300 plus people lost arms and legs and limbs, things that don't grow back. Law of them, service members as well. Every day, never forget, and never forget whose fault this is. Deploy knife hands. But there was hope. Folks getting him out. Task Force Argo, Task Force Pineball, Project Exodus, Project Dynamo, Christian Coalition, Muddy Oak Foundation, just name a few. And least we forget that 800, 900 plus individuals are still incarcerated over the J6 debacle, held there as political prisoners without sentencing, without bail. Torture, solitary confinement conditions, someone lost an eye. There have been suicides. Every day, never forget, and never forget whose fault this is. And yes, definitely deploy more knife hands. And, well, since the Supreme Court said that the obstruction charges, the obstruction of official proceedings is not valid, the DOJ has doubled down and said that we need to make examples of these people because there is a major threat to democracy on this next go around, this next election cycle. So a lot of people are that were just charged for obstruction, you know, because that's all they could get them on was obstruction, are being resentenced, brought back in, new charges leveled against them, and then sentenced and thrown back into prison. What? Yes. Like, oh, okay, the obstruction didn't work. Fine, we'll figure out something else. Make up some shit. Yeah, that's our tyrannical regime at work. Yeah. And you know the rhetoric is the problem. The rhetoric is the problem. Our First Amendment is our problem. Is their problem. You know, because it's all misinformation. It's all dangerous. It's all dangerous. It's a threat to democracy. You know, and it's riling up the DMTs, the what they've labeled everyone that has a voice. DMTs. What does that mean? Look it up. Domestic violent terrorist. So that's what they're classifying people as. For just saying, hey, something's wrong here. This is not right. You know, redressing our grievances over here. This is the preferred tactic of this worldwide tyrannical regime, and we're about to get into that here soon. So yeah, they're doubling down on that. But there is hope. There is hope. Thousands of people, family, friends, loved ones, charitable organizations, law firms doing pro bono work, youth, some senators, congressmen, representatives, judges, former president, soon to be president, and Supreme Court getting into the fray. Meanwhile, yeah, that's going on, and Ireland, or Erie, I think it's called. Yeah, they call it Erie. Uh, they had a mostly, well, extremely peaceful protest. Thousands of people got together and marched in Dublin to their I guess their parliament. I mean, I don't know what to call these things. Their parliament. Thank you, John H, for sharing this with me. Um, and they it's made up of people of Ireland, and they don't consider themselves far right, far left. They consider themselves, which they are. They're citizens and taxpayers of Ireland. I mean, they are deeply rooted and steeped in tradition. Their government, their Fatasha or whatever, Tacha, they well, I mean, they do a lot of Gaelic, which is very cool. Like I said, steeped in tradition, honor and tradition. Was not elected. It was just appointed. Do you understand that? Appointed. Kind of sound familiar? Yeah, yeah. They were appointed. And so what happens is that, well, for quite some time now, they have been doing the Clogher-Piven method. Clogher-Piven. Yes, the replacement migration. Oh, you're an asylum seeker. Where are you from? From Afghanistan? From Africa? From Venezuela? Come on in. Yes, yes. We'll give you amnesty. We will give you whatever you want. You need a house, you need a car, you need a job, you need money. Cool. You want to send your kids to school here? Absolutely. All for free. Come on in. And so the people of Ireland, the sons and daughters of Ireland, they don't get to use these resources that they want, that it's rightfully theirs. The welfare systems, the school systems. There's an interesting school system going on, and what they're doing is preferable treatment is given to DEI, yes, DEI, and asylum seekers. That's what they're calling them, asylum seekers, and their kids. They're first in line. They're first in line, but everybody else that's Irish, no. They're actually, what they do is they put them on a lottery. They give them, okay, well, we have X amount of spots here, so we're going to put you all in a lottery and draw lots to see who gets it. Meanwhile, everybody else that's not Irish, just come on in, have a seat. Yeah, would you like some coffee? Yeah, okay. Where's the translator at? Okay, yeah. We need to. Yeah, we'll give you whatever you want. But make no mistake about it, crime has went up like 400%. 400%. There's chomos walking the street abducting children in broad daylight. There's men and women that are getting just robbed in broad daylight. There's thousands of homeless people because they've been kicked out. Thousands of Irish homeless people that have been kicked out of their apartments, of their places, just their financial assistance ripped from them, denied everything, healthcare, and everything from healthcare to welfare to what we call food assistance and things of that nature, and housing assistance, all ripped from them, kicked out to the streets, and given to the new neighbors, the asylum seekers. And yes, they have been promised, the asylum seekers have been promised that they can vote. Yeah, they can vote, and they will be voting. So this protest happened in Dublin, and it was a fairly good amount of people, and they're all Irish, and all just being very, very proud. And they marched down the streets to Dublin, where, and I watched this, and I shared it in my community page. Thank you, John H, for sharing this for me, sharing, bringing this to my attention. And they walked mostly peaceful, just carrying flags and singing songs and making chants, not doing anything, not conducting property damage, and there's no assaults or anything. A lot of these people were very, very older people, moms with kids in buggies, and yeah, you had your males out there, and they're Irish are very colorful. They're very outspoken, and so they're marching, and of course they march past a port side, left side, group, all dressed in black and face covered. And their thing is, hey, why you want to cover your face? You should be proud of who you are, right? I'm like, okay, yeah, that's their stance, right? Which is, of course, we all know, detrimental, because the tyrannical regime targets you later on and pays you a visit and gives you fines, fees, and imprisonment. And so, of course, the police were in front of the left, little left people, back up, we don't want no trouble. And, of course, the left is spewing obscenities, calling these people everything from fascist to racist to, every name in the book. And they're like, no, matter of fact, there were some black folks in that, Black Irish is a thing. Yes, it is. And so, there's a lot of people from India that settled in Ireland decades ago, and they are Irish. Okay, I mean it's been a mutually. We're not just talking about just white people here. All right, we're talking. It's all countries have always been a kind of mutually diverse culturally kind of thing, but only if they're vetted, right? They assimilate into the country and the culture. It's very important. They learn to speak the language. They learn to live by the rules. And they open up businesses. They conduct their business in that way. Then yeah, cool. Come on in, have a seat. Whatever. You want to sell your, you want to provide me with kebabs and curries, and man, yummy. I'll take some curry chicken, please. But we're not talking about that. We're talking about people that do not want to assimilate. They're diametrically opposed to anyone that is not their culture. Being brought into a very very strong, rich, long traditional culture such as Ireland, which has had its fair share of turmoil and strife going all the way back to the Roman days, right? So even further, right? If you want to talk about the Celtic Wars and the Seven Nations and things of that nature. But even starting, as a historical marker, the Romans and the Irish, and, the British and the Irish. Then we talk about the Troubles, right? So lots of turmoil and strife, and the Irish have always been very outspoken and very unyielding, right? So this was very this protest from the Irish people. It was very peaceful, and they just wanted to go to Dublin and get a representative to come out and address this. Of course, the Garda, they call them Garda, which is their police. The Garda stopped them at like 2 or 3 blocks away from the positions of political power, right? Which nobody has been. They were appointed, not elected. And of course, they were pushed back. They were told to go and leave, and as soon as they started to disperse, that's when they started arresting people. It's a common tactic. It's a common police tactic that's been going on here. And yeah, there's crime in the streets. There's drugs. There's massive amounts of drugs. These asylum seekers, they know how to make drugs. And that's what they've been doing, is making drugs and selling them to their own people and to anybody else that buy it. And we all know what comes from that type of drug dealing culture. You know, it's very violent. It's extremely violent. You got your users that will do anything to get money to get a fix, or do anything as a favor to get a fix, right? The addicted. And then you've got the people that the enforcers and the dealers and the makers. They're very violent. It's extremely violent, and it's okay. It's okay for them to do it, as long as it's not. As long as the Irish people don't fight back. And so, watching this thing unfold. And they tried to do it mostly peaceful, and this is not the first march they've had. You know, the Irish people. It's not the first march, and it's always been just peaceful. Yeah, there's yelling, cussing, and screaming. But a very polite, protest, I must say. I don't know for how long though. So anyway, I just wanted to just throw that out there. Yeah, it's coming here as well, and it's not just Ireland. It's Ireland, it's Scotland, it's Switzerland, it's Sweden. Yeah, well, not Switzerland, Sweden. Germany, France, you name it. There's shit going on, and they're not showing you this. They don't want you to see. They don't want you to see their methodology. They don't want you to see the fruits of their labor. So, because, and they made an interesting point, is they're overloading the poor areas, the extreme poor areas with these asylum seekers. They're literally just camping out on the streets. Camping out in the streets, or kicking people out of their homes, or taking over businesses. They're doing building takeovers, and setting up shop, doing whatever the fuck they want, and the guy made a good point. He says that's just the poor sections. Now the rich sections, they vote liberal, right? They're like, it's not my problem. Well, it's starting to creep into these rich sectors, and that's when they'll vote. But that will be too late, because then there'll be too many. And the Cloward-Piven strategy will have worked. So anyway, enough of that. Let's get into this. Let's conclude here. Go Team Devildawg. Go Team Devildawg. Fuck brain surgery. He's still recovering from brain surgery. Please go to his channel, like, sub, share, subscribe, do all the things. Let's get that brother up to over 1,000. He's legit. Go TeamLinda. Go TeamLinda. Fuck cancer. She is still fighting cancer, kicking ass and taking names. She's in an interesting clinical trial that, I don't know, it seems to be working, I guess. So yes, please give your thoughts and prayers to TeamLinda. Go Team Devildawg. Go TeamLinda. And go TeamJoe. Go TeamJoe. Fuck addiction. He is still battling addiction, but he's also battling financial problems and health problems. So go check out Joe Morgan's channel. Give him some like, sub, share, subscribe. Give him some words of encouragement. Yes, go TeamJoe. So this has been Mad Shad. Every day, never forget.